So somebody did mention something to me that's completely true, and that is that I'm scattered. And I don't take it as an insult. It's an accurate description of how I seem to be. And it's an accurate description of the way in which I think. I connect a lot of shit together, almost as much as somebody who's nuts, you know? But it's a useful way to think because you come up with new ideas and new perspectives by combining ideas. A lot of inventions are just a combination of ideas, and sometimes an invention that made no sense suddenly does make sense when a new technology comes along that allows it to fit together and actually function. So I love brainstorming and thinking about systems and how they work, how people work. That's probably the most complicated thing we deal with. It's not straight up, machinery engineering, physical engineering, but it's social engineering. That's the harder game to play, and more important, because we are destroying the world with what we're doing. So I do seem scattered, and the person who I was speaking with was right. I need to pick one thing, one core thing, that then I can succeed at that, and then base more things on that. And that one thing is probably a nonprofit. I have a nonprofit now, but it's not set up correctly. It is not functional. It only has 4 members in it, and one of them is an ex-lover, although I don't know if there was any love there, really. She's kind of a scary person. And, like she stole the banking information for it and had to kick her out of my house, and she threatened me a bunch, and just, horrible person, really. Nobody else in the nonprofit liked her anyway, so I haven't removed her from that nonprofit, but it's also just not very functional. It's a dumb nonprofit. So I need to start over, make a new nonprofit, and I guess the only task with that is really writing it up and registering it. And that would allow me to get tax-deductible donations. That would allow me to run a variety of programs that fit within the scope of that nonprofit. And so the whole bunch of projects would suddenly be very possible in a much easier way. So that's my number one. And other than that, I want to set up, living seed banks around the world, make a template for that, but that fits within that nonprofit. A building program, an eco building program, that fits within that nonprofit. And we provide housing for more people to be involved on site. And I have some other ideas too. Of course, I could just get a job, but it's very difficult right now for me to do that. I'm kind of older, which does not help in the industry I come from. And I should still do it, because I used to make a shit ton of money, and it was really comfortable making a shit ton of money. I could just pay money and have things done, get them done. And that's the position I would be in if I did it. So maybe I should do it, but I'd probably end up working like 60 hours a week. The kind of work I do is complex. Maybe I could somehow moderate that. I don't have to do it the way I did it before. I mean, I haven't had a real job since 2000. And I did manage to make it a long time without a job. But things just keep getting tighter and tighter and tougher and tougher. So, I don't know. If I wanted to do it, I would have already done it. I'd rather do what I want to do, which is do things that are important towards the future functioning of civilization. We'll see. Still seems scattered. But maybe I'll get my shit together. I'm not dead yet. And I'm pissed off enough at myself that maybe I'll force myself to get some shit done. And maybe you'll be involved. Maybe you also are a person who wants to get some shit done. Kind of an extremist, perhaps. It's barbed wire. God damn it. Barbed wire. I gotta get a new tetanus shot. I haven't had a tetanus shot in 20 years. Actually 17 years. But I get scraped up all the time on stuff like barbed wire. It's not a good thing.